Hello. I'm not late. I'm right on time. It's amazing, isn't it? And nobody's here because you're expecting me to be late, right? I'm going early because I've been up since 4:30. I worked 5:15 till noon, and so I'm gonna be tired. So I decided to go early. But I got all decked out for St. Patrick's Day. So I'm gonna light the candle. I'm gonna go on even though nobody's here yet. To watching. It says to watching. Hello, hello. Show yourselves. Say hello in the chat. I didn't put subscribers only on. So Red's followers are called flames. So I light my little candle. And I got this one that smells so good. It smells, oops. I put out that one. Sorry. Sorry, flames. I just blew you out. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Hey, Roy Becker here. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? You know, your guys' live is at like not. I'm either working now when you guys go live, or I'm leaving for work. I'm getting ready to go into work. So I usually work either 5:15 till noon. So I'm sorry I've been missing your lives. And I've been working like 5 days a week. Hi, CW Style. I've been working like 5 days a week, except for last week I had Thursday off, but it turned out everybody had yesterday off. I mean, this week I had yesterday off, but everybody ended up having yesterday off because they closed the facility because of all the snow. And it's melting now though, because it's like 40 degrees, and so it's melting, but it's a lot of snow. So, but I went in and it's 41 degrees. It's supposed to get up to 46 though, it says. I don't know if it will though, because it's already 5:30. But yeah, so I'm either working 5:15 till noon, or I'm working noon till 4. They make that early shift longer. But it's kind of quiet in the morning, but the swimmers are there. The lap swimmers. See, it's dripping. It's dripping, but it's like melting. But it's just a lot of snow, and I had to drive into work through the snow and trek into the facility through the snow. And it wasn't even like my manager, y'all. It was the manager over the whole facility, because the managers usually don't open. But this morning, the manager over the whole facility opened with me. And I pulled up like right after him and got out. And at first he thought I was a patron. He was like, "You're gonna have to give me like 10 minutes." And then he was like, "Oh, you're a lifeguard. Never mind." It was funny. It was kind of funny. So he didn't recognize me in with my hat and my scarf. And water dripped on my computer, so I hope that doesn't do anything. Oops. How y'all doing? I brought in some of I had it earlier, so I brought in some of my chicken parmesan to work and ate. And I'm still not, I've been snacking. And I have this honey lavender stress relief in a cup from my daughter. And yeah. Oops. There's my. So how is everybody doing? I'm so glad. Fridays were meaningless to me before. Y'all, this is the first job, like regular job I've had in like 37 years because, I was a stay-at-home mom and then I was trying to find a job and then I did Airbnb. In my house, it was a job, but it wasn't like a regular job. And then, doing YouTube and traveling around in my RV. Yeah, they need somebody to come in to work now. But like now I throw my shirt, my uniform and my shirt and lifeguard shorts, I throw them in the wash on Saturday and they're all dirty. So I'm like, no, I'm not. And I'm tired. And I didn't sleep well. I still don't like. And next week, it's going to be a busy week because they're on spring break. But I'm thankful to work early mostly. I don't work early. I work Monday afternoon. So it might be really busy there. My nose is runny. It might be really busy there on Monday afternoon when I work. But then I work 5:15 a.m. till noon. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I do have Thursday off again next week. So I'm excited about that. And the strange thing, I got a W-2. So now I need to do my taxes. Right? I need to do my taxes. How's everybody doing? Does anybody have plans for St. Patrick's Day? I need to not blow those into the computer. 5 watching. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Still need watch time. My watch time is going backwards because I'm busy and I haven't had time to go live or make a lot of videos. What are you eating for dinner? What's for dinner, Roy and Becky? Hey, Betty. Hi. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I forgot to do my daily celebration last night. So I decided to go live yesterday since I was off. And I went live for dinner and I had chicken parmesan. So if you want to watch that, go back and watch that because I need watch time. Chicken and rice soup. That sounds good. Yeah, I have leftovers and I texted my extra son Albert, and he's probably will come and get some chicken parmesan. He's like, I can't come over now, and I'm like, no, I know that. I always put them in containers, because yesterday was, yeah. So it was a little bit scary. Last time I went out in the snow before they had it cleared off, I slid in the snow on the road, um, like about, you know, 7, 8 feet, and it was scary. So because they don't have the roads cleared at 5 a.m. They don't have them, and I was telling you guys last night how the what do you call it? The snow plow splattered mud and snow all over my car last time when it snowed, and I had to go to work in there's a back way I can go, and I'm only 5 minutes away, so that's why I was supposed to work 12 noon to 4 today, but I went in for someone because she lives like 30 minutes away, and it would have been a treacherous drive for her. So I went in for someone, and I opened with the manager over the whole facility. She's usually not there that early. Hey, Ronald. Hello. So, yeah, I'm going to be going to bed early. And so I decided to go live early. So, and I don't have any. Oh, you know what I was going to do is read you some Emily Dickinson poems. I got a book from my mom. Yeah. I'll read you some of my poems, but I'll read you some of Dickinson. This I got from my mom a long time ago. Like some of the stuff I have from my mom, I got when she passed away in 2009, which was kind of a long time ago now, 2009. But some of the stuff like this, I got from her years and years and years ago. And like this little blue bird, I got that from her years ago. It's a bluebird of happiness. This is a little, hi, Brett. This is a little nativity that's carved out of a stone. It's pretty cool. It's like a rock, and it's carved. And I got that after she really loved that. I got that after she passed away. So, how are you, Brett? That's always a good thing. Yeah, you can drop Brett's channel link. See my mom put this. My mom put this in the book for me. I always say, my name is not Susan, but it is. I'm just joking. When I went to my first, I think it was the first one, I always do that joke, but I stole that joke from someone because when I first went to an open mic in Macon, Georgia, or to say my poetry, Yolanda, I'll be like, yo, Yolanda. Yolanda did that joke. She's like, this is Susan, because I didn't go by Red back then. I started going by Red like after a few years after that, when I did my Red, Call Me Red poem, and yeah, that's when people started calling me Red. And on YouTube, that's really when it took off. I like this one by her, Emily Dickinson. And she didn't become her. I don't think any of her poems were published until after her death. So this was kind of true. I'm nobody. Who are you? Are you nobody too? Then there's a pair of us. Don't tell. They'd banish us, How dreary to be somebody. How public like a frog. To tell your name the livelong day to an admiring bog. Oh, this one's interesting too. A thought went up my mind today that I have had before, but did not finish. Some way back, I could not fix the year, nor when it went, nor why it came the second time to me, nor definitely what it was, have I the art to say. But somewhere in my soul, I know I've met the thing before. It reminded me 'twas all, and came my way no more. That's cute. But yeah, this is Emily Dickinson. I meant to read some of these, some of hers on it. Last Friday was International Women's Day, but I didn't get to. I think I read a Maya Angelou poem. That's what I did. Oh, look, they have her actual writing in here. That's pretty cool. This is my letter to the world that never wrote to me, the simple news that nature told with tender majesty. Her message is committed to hands I cannot see. For love of her, sweet countrymen, judge tenderly of me. She died pretty young. So yeah, I don't think that her poems were Book of Martyrs. Wow. And they did a series. I don't think it was very like modernized. I don't think it was totally. I think they took a lot of liberties. They put like, it's kind of like that Brighton probably thing. They did a thing called Dickinson. It was very good though. I liked it. It was a show on Apple TV, and I got Apple TV just so I could watch it. But they put a whole lot of stuff in there. They took a lot of artistic liberties. I think they kind of they surmised that she maybe was gay, but I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think they really know enough about that. And then they had this scene where they were doing opiates at this party, her and her friends, and I was just like, oh, I don't know if that happened. She doesn't seem like the really wild type, and there was they did it was really good. I don't have Apple TV anymore, but I don't know if it's still on there, but it was good. I mean, I liked it, let's say that, but I'm saying I don't think a lot of it was historically accurate, maybe, but it was entertaining. I read that devotion today on entertainment. We all want to be entertained. Here's the poem by her. Hope is a thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tone without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. And there's a second one on hope. Hope is a subtle glutton. He feeds upon the fair, and yet inspected closely what abstinence is there. His is the halcyon table that never seats but one, and whoever is consumed, the same amounts remain. It's interesting. It's almost like another language because it's so. What are her years? Let me look it up for a second so I can tell you. But I believe she was in her 40s. She didn't live very long. Like Poe, Edgar Allan Poe, he didn't live very long either. Okay, she was 55 though. 1830 to 1886. She was 50. She was younger than me. I was thinking she was in her 40s. Okay, so she lived to be 55. Still young. Yep. So what's everybody up to? I was going to work early, and I was like, every day I work next week, the 4 days I work next week, I was going to be working 5:15 a.m. till noon. But that isn't how the schedule was. I'm working 12 to 4 on Monday because I went in for a coworker today. I went in early today, and so I'm not going to go in early for her on Monday, but it was because the kids are going to be busy for St. Patrick's Day but I don't know. I don't see that the schedule's changed yet, but anyways, and I'm working with with the teenagers because they're going to be off school next week, so that'll be fun. I won't see as many of the little kids because I'm working in the morning. But I mean, well, they come in after water aerobics though, so they come in at like 10:30. And all right, thanks for coming in, Roy and Becky. I'll try to pop into your live from work. Or I can on Thursday. I should be able to be there on Thursday. But yeah, or before I go into work on Monday. So, but thanks for popping in. Wow, I've gone 20 minutes. Does anybody want to come up on panel? Most everybody has a copy of my book now. Like, does anybody want to come up on panel and read from my book for me? Because Red's tired. Does anybody want to come up and run this live for me? Oh, look what I have. I have a truffle. This will wake me up. It's a little bit of caffeine, right? I love chocolate. Ronald, you can drop Brett's channel for me. if you don't mind. I think I had more people. I'm gonna see like which live does better. Well, yesterday's might do better just because I had dinner, huh? But I'll see if Thursdays or Fridays does better. Let's see, where's a copy of my book? Oh, you gotta go too? All right, bye. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Here's my book, my first book. But I think I'll, and if you'd like a copy of it, you can send a donation of any amount to my PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App, and then email me your address. And there it is below. But what I think I'll do is read a poem from my read poems. Hi, Mary. Thank you for coming in. How are you? Where are you? Can you say whereabouts you are? You can just give the state. I am like tired. It's been a minute. I saw you at Carol's. I seen you at Lindy's. Here is my website. Let me drop that for you. I haven't been going live a lot lately. Oh, I am jealous. I'm headed there in June though. I'm going to California in June. I'm excited. I'm going to Philly in May. I'm excited about that too. Going to see the grandbabies. So, yeah. That's all the trips I have planned this year though. Yeah. So far, unless I might be able to go to Joyce Meyer, which is in Florida. Joyce Meyer conference is in Florida in September, but I'm not sure yet if I'm going to that. But right now, that's the plan. And I'll probably go back to Philly in December. You don't know how. Oh, no, I was asking you to drop Brett's worship channel link again. Is that what you were talking about? It's okay, he's gone. Y'all can find it, I guess, if you want to find it. So which beach are you headed to? Oh, you don't have to say. That's right. Oh, I have going live in an hour. I went live early. I'm gonna drop the link to my website. There we go. All the pretty ones. They're all pretty. Yeah, California beaches are my favorite, even though like I like the temperature of the water, honestly though. Boca Raton beaches are beautiful too though. South Florida beaches are beautiful. And the temperature of the water is a lot warmer. But California beaches are prettiest. Yeah, I'm going to San Diego, and then I'm probably going to drive up the coast. But I'm only taking 2 weeks off work, so I'm going to have to. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ronald. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to read you that 4-letter word. See something here. Trying to find something. I need to organize things on my computer. It's really a mess. This is a poem called That 4-Letter Word. It's never in vain. It all matters, no matter how small an act. A kind word, a smile, a hug, a cup of cold water. I have it in a photograph, a letter, a scrap of paper, a meal, a memory, a bowl of chili, chicken salad, peach ice cream and red velvet cupcakes, chocolate and roses. It speaks your language. It's a gift, a movie, a lightsaber, a new hope. It's a verb, it's a noun, it's an adjective, it's profound. It's encouragement and motivation. It's harder than you thought, yet it makes everything easier. Like E.T., it phones home. It's more wonderful than you knew and worth everything you put in. It hangs on, it never quits, even if you let go of it. It can hurt sometimes. It can't stay mad. It works and tries. It bleeds and cries and doesn't lie. It apologizes, gives, and forgives. It's the only thing we take with us when we die. Yet it makes us feel alive. It always hopes, believes, trusts. It never fails. And even if you're away a while, it waits for you to come home. That's called That 4-Letter Word. Hi, Elsa. No, the Pacific water's never warm, and it won't be warm this time of year. No. It's going to be cold. Let me tell you, it's cold all summer. The Pacific water is always cold. Hey, Brenda. Hello. Thank you all for being here. Thank you. So some people left and some people came in, and I still have 5 here. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. So I said I'm drinking this honey lavender stress relief, and this little saying on here says, relate to your greatness and not to your weakness. That's good. So I found, a friend bought you a Burning Man ticket. That's nice. I have 7 now. Mine says 7 now, Ivan. Thank you for being here. Hello, hello, hello. I'll brush up on my scuba, get into a wetsuit. Yeah. Yeah, I want to go surfing again. I'm going to the Switchfoot Getaway. It's in June. Now 8. Oh, yeah, now 8. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. So, like, I'm tired. I've been up since 4:30. I went to work in the snow. Opened with the manager of the whole facility. Usually they send others to open at that time. He usually comes in later. So like not only like this wasn't my boss. I work with my bosses all the time at the pool. So I have a boss at the pool, but this was the boss over the whole facility. So yeah. So I opened. And he thought I was a patron at first, and he said, give me 10 minutes. And then he was like, oh, you're a lifeguard. Oh, you can come in now. Because we were both walking in. We both pulled up in front of the snow. When I went out to my car, like all the snow on the ground had melted. I wasn't in a parking space exactly. I mean, I was over into the parking space on the other side. I pulled too far in. So I was like, oops, sorry. I pulled so far in, I pulled into the adjacent parking lot, parking place because the lines were all covered with snow. And, we were the only 2 cars in the parking lot. So, yeah. Fun, fun, fun. I'm glad it's a weekend. This is why I'm going live on Friday now. Mondays, I'm like, got the whole week in front of me. But Fridays, I'm happy it's the weekend. Yay. Oh, I want to show you guys something. The end of the month is Easter. So I got my bunnies out. Let me show you. My mom gave me these bunnies years ago. These little bunnies. I think she got them at like a little dollar store or something. See these bunnies? And they're for each of my children. And she wrote their names on the bottom of them. See, this one says Sarah. That's my oldest. And then that's my oldest son. And then speak of the angel, that's my alarm to pray for him. My younger son, my Claire Bear. And we only had 4. And so I had this other little bunny that was my mom. My mom loved bunnies. We used to have bunnies for a while. So I got this other bunny to be my youngest. So yeah, so I get my bunnies out for Easter. Aren't they cute? They're just little dollar store bunnies, but she bought them, and I thought it was so cute that she put their names on the bottom of them. But yeah, that's my bunnies. Oh, I'm going to show you my tray. Oh, let me tell you a story. See this beautiful tray? My youngest made this for me one Christmas because she's a little queenie organizer person. Like, she could be one of those people that helps like on the hoarder show. She could be one of those people that helps those hoarders. Because, okay, before Christmas, she was cleaning out my laundry room, and I had this picture that was made of this blue thing. My mom and my sister at one time, I think my sister still does collect it, collected a lot of the blue design, and this face at one time, this was my mom's. My brother's ashes were in here, and I had this picture, and it was on my mantle, and it was from my brother Paul, and his ashes had been in it. And I was so heartbroken because my mantle wasn't attached. My house was never finished. And I really think now that my ex really did this stuff on purpose. He just to get at me forever. I mean, like, it's been 20 years now. I bet it's still not finished. Well, it could be finished now because like he's not bothering anyone but himself. But I mean, he doesn't care. I don't know. But the mantle wasn't attached. So one day I was lighting up the gas fireplace, and I hit my head on the mantle. The pitcher fell to the ground and shattered. And my daughter was cleaning out the laundry room, and she's like, "What is this? You know, why are you saving this?" And I was like, "Well, I said, told her what happened, and I said I was so heartbroken. I wanted to make something, like this." And she was like, "Okay." And so, she saved it, and then she made this for me, and she gave it to me for Christmas. So it was so sweet. And so that's why I love it. And, I had it, and like all these breakable things. When I was traveling in my RV, I put everything I own in my RV, and I was going to look for a place in California when I went out there to California. But then I ended up traveling around for that year and going back to the St. Louis area where my friend Gladys was, and staying by her and waiting. And so I think I really am going to look for a place in California and next year when my lease is up here in Denver. But yeah, I had everything I owned when I was traveling around in my RV. Part of the reason, though, that made me nervous, because to have everything like this, I had all my family photos are out here right now, because I had recently been looking for a certain picture for my daughter, because these boxes are all the family photos. Like, I had them in frames. I had picture frames of my family like all over my house. And so I took them out of the frames and I put them in these boxes. I fit everything I decided to keep when I downsized in my car when I left Georgia and went to St. Louis in 2020. And then I did it again. I had to get rid of some stuff because my RV was bigger than my car, and I started collecting things, like the little I got my little ram and my little wolfie at some of the state parks I went to. I got two of these rams because my brother John is a Rams fan, and my brother Paul used to work for the Los Angeles Rams. So I left a ram in LA. I don't know if my brother kept it or not. I think he might have kept it because he really loves the Rams. But so I got me another one, and this is my wolfie. But I started collecting things again because I'm like a collector. And I get these little toys and my bubbles. And I had a big one of these that I sold when I downsized in Georgia. Albert remembered it. Now Albert plays with this one when he comes over to eat. He's like, oh, I remember you had one of these before. And I was like, yeah, I sold it on Facebook Marketplace. But so everything I kept was so precious to me. So it almost made me nervous. I'm like, gosh, what if I crash, or what if someone breaks in my RV? It kind of made me nervous to have everything, my whole life, everything I own in my RV and be traveling around in it, So I'm kind of relieved that everything I own is not in such a small space anymore. Now I'm collecting stuff again, and now I need to downsize again. I still have stuff that my son left here that I'm probably going to sell on Facebook Marketplace. But now I have until next year. So let me put this back over here. So I have a little bit more stuff. And I think when I move to California, it depends. I'm already thinking about it. It depends on if I really love my sofa that I got, and my furniture that I got. So I might keep it. But so when I move to California, I might get my son to help me and like follow me in the car and get a little U-Haul. But so when I move to California from here, I think I'll probably I'll probably rent a little U-Haul though, but I won't need a big one. I still won't need a big one. And depending on if I decide to keep my furniture or sell my furniture and just buy new furniture there, which I might do. I don't know yet. I might only need to tow a little trailer with my RAV, but we'll see. We'll see. But when I left St. Louis in my RAV, I again fit everything I owned in my car in my RAV. Of course, my RAV was a little bit bigger than my Chevy Malibu that I had in 2020. But your birthday. Your birthday on Monday? We can do that. Do you want me to go live on your channel or my channel? Is it the 19th on Monday? I can go live on Monday, Ronald. I don't know if I'll keep going live on Monday, but I can go live this Monday. And I need watch time. I'm like 2009-15 now. I was up to 2009-61 maybe. No. I think I was 2009-59. And I only needed 31 more watch hours to get to 3,000. And now it's at 2009-15. So I'm not being able to go live as often as a year ago because now I'm working. So, but yeah, I can go live on Monday. Oh, okay. It's the day after Easter. Is it April 1st? No, March 31st. What day is Easter? Oh, your birthday is April 1st. Your birthday is April 1st? Poor Ronald. That was my brother and my sister-in-law Joyce's yeah, happy birthday. Yeah, I'll go live. I'll go live on your birthday. That was my brother and my sister-in-law's anniversary. They got married April 1st, 1990, when I was expecting my oldest son, their wedding. And he was born that year. So I always would remember how long they were married. And they were married 30 years when she passed away. So. Yep. And I was married 30 years when I was divorced. Now I'll know why I'm foolish. You're not foolish, Ronald. I remember a lady in church was expecting, and she had her little boy on April 1st. That's funny. I think his name was Jared, too. You know, I have two son-in-laws, and they're both named Jared. Isn't that funny? They always made the joke. Did they go to Jared? Jared's? Did they go to Jared's? Yeah, my son-in-law's birthday is coming up. It's on St. Patrick's Day, as a matter of fact. Yeah. I was thinking it was the day after St. Patrick's Day. That's what it is. St. Patrick's Day is on Sunday. So in that thing, crazy Ronald Hitching. Oh. Because you were born on April Fool's Day? That's why you're crazy, Ronald? On that show, Jesus the Game Changer, there's a whole part on Ireland and St. Patrick's Day and everything. It's really good. So all the stuff is Jesus the Game Changer was made by Olive Tree Media, and they have a YouTube. Olive Branch Media. So it's a good, really good show if you get a chance to watch it. It's called Jesus the Game Changer. But I had forgotten, I think I probably heard it before, but I just had forgotten that St. Patrick was not even Irish. I was just like all excited because now I found out that I am actually 5% Irish. Because when you have red hair, people are always like, you must be Irish. Oh, you must be Irish. And I'm like, no. I would always say, no, I'm not. I'm Scottish. And I'm not really. Technically, biologically, I'm not Scottish. Because my grandmother was from Scotland, Edinburgh, and she was Scottish, and she had red hair, but my dad was adopted, and my grandfather was from Liverpool, and I'm not English either. I thought when I did the ancestry, I thought I was going to come out that I was, but I didn't. But I did come out 5% Irish. And if anybody was wondering, like my brother still, like, he's just really stubborn stick in the mud. He doesn't believe it, but it's correct. It is correct because I knew for a fact that my mother is Swedish and Norwegian. Her father's family was from Norway. Her mother's family was from Sweden. And I came out like 25%. Actually, I'm a little bit Norwegian from my dad, I think, because it came out like 27% or something Norwegian. So that's what I mostly am, Norwegian. So yeah, Swedish and Norwegian. If anybody's wondering if it's correct, it is correct. I think everybody knows it's correct, but my brother just doesn't believe it. And he's just weird about it. Really, really weird about it. But anyways, he's like, we're Filipino. Because my mom was born in the Philippines, but we're not at all Filipino. My kids, however, are Asian. And they came out some Vietnamese. But actually, my mother-in-law is from Taiwan. So that's the name of the show. And it's with Olive Branch Media. And I'm almost at an hour. So I'm going to go because I'm going to go to bed. I can't believe it's so light outside. That's because the time change. Let me see what the temperature is. Snow's melting. I got to update my website. Temperature's going down though. It's 39 degrees. High of 46. So our snow is going to be melting. On Monday, it's going to be 55 degrees. High of 46 today. High of 48 tomorrow. High of 47 on Sunday. High of 55 on Monday. High of 60 on Tuesday. So this snow is going to be going away. So let me think of 53 degrees. Yeah, people will be out by the pool when it gets up to like 50 degrees. They're like in the pool over here. and the people in Colorado get their shorts out when it's like 48 degrees. They're funny like that. But yeah, it's funny. Not me. I'm from Southern California and South Florida. Lived in Middle Georgia for 30 years, so Yeah, the snow in your yard melted. Yeah. Yeah, it was all melting when this storm. It was all pretty much melted when this storm came on Thursday. And it was like 50 degrees. I did that first video and it was like 50 degrees. I went out there barefoot, even I wasn't even that cold. I was like, it's 50 degrees. I'm like, I could hardly believe. I'm like, we're going to be hit with a snowstorm. But yeah, we knew it was coming. Yeah, I don't think they really have that much snow in Philly. Doesn't seem like it. There wasn't any when I was there at Christmas. We'll get some in October, but like it always like melts and goes away. And I'm gonna say that the haunting poem before I go. Then I'll pray for y'all and let you go. This is called The Haunting. It's in the 7-story tree. I could just run away, try to live my way another day, but what would be the use? Wasted time, wasted life. But then again, I could give it all to him and he transforms it. If I move to the left or to the right, you're halfway there, or perhaps not quite. I hear him all the time. I open my eyes and he lights up the sky. In a tree, I see him. In a song, he's there. What is this love he has for me? Wherever I go, to a movie or a show, there isn't a thought he doesn't know. He is the great I am, and yet he is my friend. It's too wonderful to comprehend. He'll always be there till the end. When we've been there 10,000 years, his voice will echo in my ears. Still his praises I will sing. Always and forever, he is my king. I just remembered I didn't take my blood pressure medicine. So I have to go and do that. But I'm going to pray for y'all. Oh, salad. Oh, Doritos is good on a salad. Yeah, I did that because you suggested it, and it was very good. I remember that, Elsa. Elsa has a lot of good ideas. I hope your kitty cats are doing well. I'll pray for you first since you're at the bottom of the chat. Dear Lord, please bless Elsa and her family and all her little pets and be with them, Lord. Please bless Ronald and his family. And I pray you be with him and guide him. I pray he has a great birthday. I pray that everybody has a great Easter, Lord. And please bless all our children and our grandchildren. And thank you for them, Lord. Please bless them, watch over them, protect them. If there's any conflict with our children, Lord, help them to forgive us and us to forgive them. As you have forgiven us, Lord, help us to forgive others and each other and love each other. I pray for Brenda. I pray you bless her family and her spouse and her children and her grandchildren, Lord, and be with them. Thank you for the lovely spring weather that everybody's having but me, Lord. But thank you for the snow. I thank you that I love the snow. Lord, thank you that Mary's getting to go to California, to the beach, and I pray you bless her and keep her safe as she travels. Bless her family and friends. Please bless CW Style and his family and friends, and I pray that you be with him. Please bless Roy and Becky. Keep them safe. I thank you for them and their channel, Lord. And I pray that you would continue to bless them. Thank you for their children, their grandchildren. Lord, I pray for my friend who was waiting this week on a grandbaby to arrive, Lord, and I pray that everything went well, or if they're still waiting, everything will go well with that baby, Lord, and that the labor and delivery will go well, and that I pray that the baby and mom are doing well. I think she must have had it by now. I don't know. I think she was due Tuesday. Dear Lord, please bless Betty and her family and her spouse and be with her. Please bless Brett, and bless his channel, and bless his efforts to get his watch time, Lord. Help me with my watch time and getting monetized, Lord. From your guidance before, Lord, I feel you wanted me to continue with my channel, Lord, so I pray that you would help me to get my watch time and get monetized, and that you guide me in that. I prayed for Betty already, I think. Please bless Betty and her family, Lord. We pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you all so much. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. Oh, Original Mama Grizzly. God bless Original Mama Grizzly. Thank you for coming in. Yes, and draw them to yourself, Lord. Yes. Lord, I just pray for all my children to seek your guidance in their lives, Lord. I feel like things would go so much smoother, Lord. I pray for my younger son and my older son too, Lord. They both don't have regular jobs right now. I pray that you would just guide them, Lord. I pray that they would seek your guidance, Lord, in what you want them to do. And I just pray that you'd be with them, keep them, protect them, keep them well. Let them seek you for your wisdom and guidance in their lives, Lord. I know when I've been misguided and on the wrong road, it's because I wasn't seeking your guidance, Lord. And so I just really pray for my children not to make the same mistakes I've made, Lord. But I know that they have their own ideas and free will, Lord. But I just pray that you would draw them to yourself and to your guidance, and that they would want to give you another try. And I pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Oh, yeah. Yeah, more and more and more. That sounds interesting. Yeah, that sounds interesting. Mama G. Mama G. They call you Mama G, Mama Grizzly. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I love you too. Yeah, more and more. I mean, even like I'm praying a lot more than I ever have in my life, but I feel like God keeps on pressing it on me. Pray more. Like I said, like I pray on the lifeguard stand because like it is kind of like one lady, she was so sweet, sitting in the hot tub, was like, oh, when there was not a lot of people there, and she was like, oh, I feel for you. It must be so boring, because sometimes like there's like nobody, like a couple times a day, because early in the morning, that's when like all the regulars that like swim their laps, they come in at 5:30. Like there's like three guys. There's a girl. Yeah, there's like a couple women, a couple men. There's like regulars. One of them wasn't there this morning though. He works at Swab, so probably didn't have to go into work, but where he works is right near where he swims, and he looks like, if he grew a beard, he kind of looks like Gandalf or Dumbledore, like the wizard. He swims at my pool. He swims and swims and swims and swims. He's one of the diehards that comes like early in the morning at 5:30 in the morning. So they come, and then there's like a lull, and there'll like be no people there at like 8. They'll be all gone. And so sometimes it's kind of boring, but I really kind of prefer that. And so I'll go up on the stand, and I pray. I'll pray for my kids. I pray for the people that are coming in that day. I pray for no emergencies, but I pray for the lifeguards on duty with me, that if there is an emergency, that we'll respond well. And I pray, Lord, help me keep my cool if there is an emergency. I just pray up on the stand, and I always have a song. I always have a song in my head anyways, but a lot of times I have lately it's I really like that new one, Perfectly Loved, that I just found by Rachel Lampa. But I always have all my days you have been faithful. All my days you have been so, so good. And every breath that I am able, I will sing of the goodness of God. CeCe Winans, The Goodness of God. And it's been on TikTok. I first heard it on TikTok, but now we sing it at church sometimes too. And then Brandon Heath, Gratitude. So I throw up my hands and praise you again and again. So like I have those songs in my head, and I'm praying. And I'll tell you a secret. I was in the Baptist church for 25 years, but I was friends with a lot of other people. And I finally was convinced about speaking in tongues when I was listening to, now I know I don't agree every jot and tittle with him either, but Andrew Womack. When I finally heard Andrew Womack, because I had a friend that was trying to get me to, and she was actually ended up being a toxic friend that I cut off, went no contact with, finally when our kids both grew up. She was my oldest son's, her one child was my oldest son's age. But, she was always trying to say I should speak in tongues. And I was like, it's not doing you much good, but I do speak in tongues, but I don't often do it out loud, because I obviously don't speak out loud. I don't pray out loud on the lifeguard stand. I'd be like, this is crazy. Get this crazy lifeguard out of here. But I speak in tongues in my head. But I speak in tongues sometimes. I pray in tongues, I should say. Don't speak in tongues. I don't do like prophecy or anything like that. I have dreams that sometimes they won't be exact, but they'll be like, I remember it started when I was in high school. So one time I dreamed, I got a class ring from Boca Raton High School. One time I dreamed the stone was loose in my ring. Next day, they announced, it was when I was a senior, I think. Next day, announce over the loudspeaker, next day, the Josteins person is here. If you're having a problem with your class ring, come to see them, and stuff like that. So that was the little thing. I had a dream, and then I had a dream about my brother, my youngest brother, when and also years ago, before, when he was like 30, I dreamed about my oldest brother, Tim, dying. But he always had issues with drugs and stuff, and partying too much and stuff like that. But I dreamed that years ago. He didn't pass until he was like 53, though. I had that dream when I was in high school. And then I had a bad dream about my youngest brother, and the next day he had a car accident, but it wasn't serious. But yeah, it started happening when I was in high school. And so it can be concerning though. Yeah, so I pray in tongues. So I'm weird like that. And yeah, I'm praying a lot more than I ever have. And I used to pray a lot, but I didn't. Well, I still, my kids would keep me praying, even when I wasn't praying that much. When I was away from God, I wasn't praying that much. Here's my little sheepy. He left 99, left them all behind to find me. That's an Audio Adrenaline song. But anyways, I was going to go. Oh, and here's my little kitty. Here's my little kitty. My red kitty. So yeah. I feel like it, and I couldn't sleep last night, and then today I'm going, oh duh, what did I say? I needed to pray more last night. I didn't sleep well again. And I said it like a month or so ago. And two, I had texted my daughter after one night when I couldn't sleep, and my oldest grandbaby was very ill, was throwing up like all night. And that was the night I couldn't sleep. And I woke up and I did pray, but next time I get so impatient with myself. So my therapist says, I need to have more self-compassion. So that's what I'm trying to do. And it was funny that my tea bag said relate to your greatness and not to your weaknesses, because I'm so very hard on myself. But you guys, I've made a lot of progress, because I was even more messed up before. I was even more messed up before. Yeah. And it was really bad when I wasn't praying. Yeah. Yeah. I shouldn't need to be reminded of this so many times, Mama Grizzly. But yeah, I realized it today and I was like, see, like, I believe in the universal salvation of everybody. So I don't believe in hell, but I do believe in Satan. I do believe in Satan. And I'm like, he makes me forget stuff all the time. He makes me forget stuff all the time. I do feel like it's, yeah. And you know, when the bully stuff got the worst was right after. So it was September 7th, 2021, when I came back to God. Exactly like a month later, November. No, it was September. Okay. No, a month later, October was when I had that trip to Georgia to see my oldest two kids, and it went horribly. And I got locked out of my RV and everything. This was right after I came back to God. And then November, the beginning of November, is when that bully made that video about me, his most viewed live stream. And I'm convinced it was the devil. And so, yeah, I do believe in the devil. So Joyce Meyer talks about it as like, Christians don't believe in hell or the devil anymore. And so she recently, Joyce Meyer recently did a series on the devil is real. And I do believe that the devil is real. I do believe that. And I believe, what more could he want than to believe that, if you don't get everything right, that you could lose your salvation and you're going to hell, because the devil works with fear. I feel like it's, that is a lie of the devil. Hell is a lie of the devil to scare everybody, because the devil operates with fear. Joyce Meyer says that too. The devil operates in fear, but God operates in faith. And fear hath torment. Sounds like hell to me. Yeah, that's what on my journey towards not. If you wanted that's my thing. If you wanted a copy of Julie Forwarda's book, Julie Forwarda is in Denver, but she just had a grandbaby too, so she's busy, but I haven't messaged her lately. Where is it? If anybody wanted a copy of this book, that was the first thing I said. Like, the devil is, yeah, that's the first conclusion I came to, was like, I think it's just for the devil and his angels, the devil and the demons. But, then I read this and I don't, it was, created for them. I even heard a pastor that, believes that, says that it was created for them. It wasn't created for people. Yeah, I believe that. But this is really good. If anybody wanted me to send them a copy of this, I still have copies of this. Put a flame in the chat. Put a flame in the chat if you want me to send you a copy of this. It's very well researched and it's a very good book. It's a very good book. I sent one to Brenda. I sent one to my middle daughter. I sent one to my oldest daughter because I thought they might be interested in it. They both just had babies though, so they're busy right now. But if anybody would like me to send them a copy of this book, okay, email me your address. I'll send it to you. It's also, she also has, wait, I'll drop some links too. But yeah, email me your address. I'll send it to you, Mama Grizzly. It's a really good book. I think you'll like it. So she has a YouTube channel. You can also find the book online and read it. People can read it for free online, but I wanted to get a hard copy. Okay. Here's her YouTube. And let me find it. Anybody else is interesting, like you might start it, because that's what I actually did. Is I started it online. I started reading it, and then I'm like, okay, I do want to get the hard copy of this. And then I also got it on Audible. And she says I need to give her a review. She has if you want to donate to my channel, I'm Redheaded Riding Hood on PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. I'm Redheaded Riding Hood. And my PayPal is on my About page. Yeah, if you want to. I got them for discounted though. I got them for like, you could probably, for the postage, you could probably send me like $10 and that would cover it because, yeah, you can. My address is also, I just paid for my P.O. box. I forgot. And they almost closed my P.O. box, but they forgot to close it, or they didn't get around to closing it. And then I paid for it and reopened it. So yeah, my P.O. box is on my About page too. And my PayPal, my Venmo, my Cash App is all Redheaded Riding Hood. But you can also send a check. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'll send it to you. It's really good. good stuff. Like she really went into the Greek and the Hebrew and um, everything. She gives you all the tools, great tools for studying the Bible. Like I don't know if you remember this original Mama Grizzly, but like back in the day, I took like Kay Arthur Bible study and got the concord. I had all these books to study the Bible, like Joyce Meyer talks about. Like she's like, it's so much easier now to study than it used to be. But she goes into the now the concordance is like online because like that's with my 2,000 books. When I left Georgia, I donated to the Friends of the Library, but I had a big thick concordance of the Bible where you can look up the words and like in the Hebrew. And because I studied the Bible for years, and I to be honest, this will make you question it. Yeah, Kay Arthur. I used to do Kay Arthur, and then I started like 30 years ago, probably it was when I started listening to Joyce Meyer, and I would get all her books and her studies and stuff. And I don't know what Kay Arthur is doing these days, but I like Beth Moore. I've done some of hers. Oh, you got a master's. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I've thought about that. And also I saw on, so my friend Judy at church, her son, I think is going to Denver Theological Seminary. And one of the people that, the guy on Jesus, the Game Changer, I was talking about this show. You'd really love it too. Look for this show. It's on Amazon Prime. It's called Jesus, the Game Changer. And the guy on there interviewed the dean. It's a woman, the dean of Denver Theological Seminary. I wanted to be a pastor too. Yeah, I thought about that. I recently just found out that I have ADHD, and I don't know. My mom went back to school at 50. I'm 57, so it's a little bit later than my mom, but I don't know. It's still a possibility. I don't know if they would accept me now, though, now that I don't believe in hell. I'm a heretic. But let's see. Never say never. I should never say never. That's true. Where did you go to school, Mama Grizzly? Let me see. This Raising Hell book. Here's the Raising Hell book online. And also recently I've been looking at this guy's channel that's really good. And I found him on the Raising Hell. Julie Forwarda has a Facebook page. And this guy, Phil Henry Power Gospel, is a great channel, and he talks about it too. He talks about how he believes in the salvation of everybody. Yeah, I think you wrote it down. Trinity, I went to Melody Land School of Theology. Oh, where is that? And Trinity Evangelical Divinity School. Yeah, I think you said you did. You wrote down the Jesus, the Game Changer, because you were going to ask your daughter about it. So this guy named Phil Henry, he's a former football coach. Anaheim, wow, cool. No longer, sadly. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm from Sunland, California, so San Fernando Valley, so out that way. So this is a good channel, Phil Henry Power Gospel. He has a friend that has a church that I might visit too in Denver. I saw on his, I think he has an Instagram, or so I saw somewhere. And I was like, wait, what? I got to go visit this church. Because I love my church though, but I don't believe exactly that, every jot and tittle exactly the same. You'll find a lot of Christians don't believe exactly the same. That's what I did that video on the other day, because it happened. William Barclay happened to say it in this devotional. I already did my devotion for today. But he's a Christian Universalist, so William Barclay, the Scottish, but I'm not Scottish, Scottish theologian who lived from 1870, wait. No, 1907 to 1978. Yeah. He lived around the 70s, and he wrote all these Bible commentaries and stuff, and he's a Christian Universalist. That's why I'm reading these to you guys. There's a reason why I picked that one. Although I really love this one. I really love this one, The Confident Woman Devotional by Joyce Meyer. I'm collecting devotionals again like I did when I was in Georgia. Whatever I seem to love, I just collect. And I found this one, and I want to buy. My friend at church, is her birthday coming up. I want to get her one of these. This is by Shaunti Feldhahn, and it's really good. It's called Find Rest. I went 30 more minutes after I said I was finished. Your mom came here from Scotland. Oh, wow, that's cool. Yeah, my grandmother was from Edinburgh, Scotland, and she had red hair. My grandfather was from Liverpool. He passed in the 50s. He passed way before I was born, before even some of my older siblings were born. He passed, but he was from Liverpool. And my grandmother and my grandfather adopted my dad. He was born in San Francisco in 1928. So my dad was adopted. And it turns out that one of my dad's parents was European Jewish. So it turns out I'm Jewish. And your grandfather was from Ireland. Yeah, and I'm 5% from my dad's side. I'm 5% Irish. So I am Irish after all. But I was reminded on Jesus the Game Changer that St. Patrick wasn't Irish. He was English. So that's interesting. We're doing Luke in my Sunday school at church, which is very good. Keep going, get those hours. Yeah, I could go until the top of the hour. That's when we used to go live with Kenneth Oakes. Here we go. Might as well go to the top of the hour. Scott Irish, yeah. But yeah, we're going through the book of Luke, and this is a filament Bible thing here. It's kind of falling apart. They gave these to us. It's coming apart. But we're going through Luke, so I'm reading like ahead in this. Luke is very thorough. Okay, Tasha Turner. They sell seeds from her garden. Cool. Yeah, like there's some good gardening channels too. I haven't. But so the reason I wasn't going to keep going though, Mary, is I've been up since 4:30. I'm not good at taking naps, so I didn't take a nap. And I am tired. Yeah, I'm dressed for St. Patrick's Day. Yes, I am. My nails are green, but this one keeps breaking, so it's like down to this now. And I think I'm not going to get them. I think I'm going to try and save money again. I'm going to go through a a frugal thing again and try and save money. I went on a spending spree, and I see these lap swimmers swimming with all their swimming gadgets, and that's what I got. I got flippers, and I got 2 new bathing suits, and I got the hand things. I never had seen those before. And oh, it's okay. No, I'm glad. And send me your address and I'll send you that book. But yeah, I want to try to go live more often. And so I'll go live on, maybe I'll try to go twice a week. So I did go last night and went tonight. So that's more than I've been doing. And then I missed a week because I was just too stressed. But I'm feeling better. So I'm thankfully. And I found a therapist. And I was sleeping better until I didn't sleep well last night. So, but yeah, you can go back and watch the replay. I said some Emily Dickinson poems, and yeah, all that. I'm too tired to keep going. I don't think well, it's 20 minutes till the top of the hour. I could. Does anybody want to come up on panel? Do you want to come up on panel, Mary? Tell us about where you've been and where you're going. If anybody wants to come up on panel, how about that? I'll go till the top of the, I'll go till, why is this? Oh, because I started at, it's not the top of the hour. It would be 7:30. Okay. I started on the half hour, so I'm confused because I usually start at the top of the hour. How do you do that? Oh, I'll show you. I'll show you, and you can see if you can do it. Are you on a phone or a computer? Maybe one day. Not today, huh? Okay. So I drop a link, and then you click on that link, and it brings you into my basement, and then I can pull you up on my panel. iPad. I think it will work on an iPad. It will work on a phone. When I was traveling around in my RV, it was when I was in Denver too. So I was in Denver and I ran out of hotspot minutes because I would always use my phone as a hotspot for AT&T because often I would be at a park. I would be in an RV park, but they would have internet, but it wouldn't always work for going live. It wouldn't always be a great connection. So I would use a lot of hotspot minutes on my phone. And I used up all my hotspot minutes. So then I would go live on my phone. And it works, but it was just harder to manage and so small. Yeah, I'm tired. But maybe at another time. So this is the link that you would click on to come up, and you'd be in my basement, and then I pull you up. Like I can remove my like myself. I'm myself in the basement. And so you come in my basement, and then I bring you up on panel like that. So you just tried it and it didn't work. Phew. Are you on a phone or a? I don't know why it wouldn't work. I didn't. Carol always has trouble dropping the link. Her computer's different. I saw her computer because she came to my hotel when I was in San Diego, and it should work. There's no reason why it shouldn't work. You just tried it and it didn't work. Mary. Mary. I don't think it's if it didn't work. I've been doing this for a little while. Yeah, with all those people that ended up bullying me, yeah, we used to be on each other's live all the time. So I know how to do it. So if you haven't done it before, maybe it's something you did wrong. Are you on an iPad? But yeah, I'm gonna go because I already prayed for y'all and I'm tired. So don't say that no one cares for you, because I do and God does too. Don't forget to pray for Red, because Red is praying for you. It just says something went wrong. Okay. But not Wi-Fi. I don't know. Oh, you have to have a certain browser too. It doesn't work on your phone. It doesn't work as good unless you use, what's that one called? Anyways, Safari. That's right. If you're on your phone, you have to use Safari. It was good. Have seen you. Yes. Thank you all for being here. Yes. I'm making you tired, Brenda. Yes, I'm tired. Don't say that no one cares for you, because I do and God does too. Don't forget to pray for Red, because Red is praying for you. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Don't forget, Mama Grizzly, send me your address and I'll send you that book. Or you can send it when you send me the check if you want. Good night, everybody. Tweet, tweet.